Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's been with us just about from the beginning. We're talking about over 5 years now, Michael's Adventures, and he tries to be here every stream, for which I'm grateful, and he is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the last 8 years on YouTube. Thank you everybody for coming in. We'll talk about Michael's content in a quick second. And then thank you, Jory Game Bites, for the kind words in the chat with that highlighted milestone message. And Mr. Shelton TV, he's been a dear friend for just as long as Michael's Adventures, as a matter of fact, about 5 years. We got quite a few channels in the chat to get us started today. So thank you everybody for the overwhelming beginning. I've got a lot of those channels on the wheel. Part of me, which I will spin over the course of the stream. Whoever's channel comes up, will put them on the screen, talk about their channel for a moment. It's promotions, not reviews. So I talk about the channels, tell stories of my friendship with the creators, their participation in our streams, and what I've come to know about their channels and content. Reviews are a much different thing, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it either way for anybody that's brand new. I wanted to mention a couple things right before we get started. So let me get through some introductions. Scratch and PPA, of course, at the pole position on the Wheel of Doom, along with Just Chasing Keto and Canadian Family Life. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, along with Michael's Adventures, are all beloved and dedicated moderators here. I hope you'll connect with all of their channels. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Like, for instance, Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere today right as we are finishing at 8 p.m. Eastern, about 3 hours from now, and he will allow us another half hour of connecting the way we are here. Handicapped Travelers in the house. Matthew's Bushcraft is early in the door. Lynn Lockard Quilting is in the house. I'm still tripping over those handles a little bit. Our dear friend Mona Did What, she's been with us for years as well. I caught her for a live stream today. One of the most dynamic creators in the Tuber Chat family. She does a fantastic job on her channel, and you can see it when you get over there. I can't remember for the life of me if you're at, I want to say 12,000 subscribers. Am I right about that? Was it 7 or was it 12? I don't know why I have like those two numbers in my head. I was on a few channels today at an early afternoon. Okies Eden is in the house. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is here. Angie's Oddities, it's good to have you back. And then Dorothy, good to see you here. Kyle Vlogs channel is in the house. Coach Juliet Edens is on the wheel, along with Real Outdoor Living and Chocolate Drop 84. Mr. Shelton TV and Butler Family Farmer, of course, there as well. Jory's Game Bites and Coach Juliet Edens, I think I just said hello to. Out with Key, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Ship to Shore Cruise News is here. Life Between Worlds channel, good to see you in the house. And then my best suggestion for anybody who either hasn't been here in a while, or if you haven't been here many times, or if today's your first live stream with us, the best success is always found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators with generosity, doing all the things for them that you wish they would do for you, doing that first and then coming back and letting them know you've connected, and then they will turn around and connect with you. Most of the people who've been here many times before, or even just several times before, will not go to a new channel that they don't recognize for either hours or days, maybe even weeks, and I'm assuming even months in some cases, because they want to see how everybody interacts with each other in the chat. When we connect too quickly, YouTube often takes those subscriptions away, and it's been a frustration for the last well over 8 years. I've been here 8 years, but you know what I mean. I wanted to mention something really quick, and then we'll get going with content. When we think about what we're doing here, Superchat is just a utilitarian channel, if we want to put it that way. What I do on the screen here and the things I talk about are the least important part of what goes on. The whole reason we called the channel Superchat is because the magic really is in the chat. It's in the friendships that are made when everybody's interacting with each other. After a long period of time, I'm talking weeks, months, and eventually into years, what will happen is as your channel becomes successful, however you define success, you will have no choice but to say you met some of your most supportive supporters, and I'm hoping you're going to say friends and maybe even family in this channel Superchat. So when we think about what this channel is, I'm just talking about semantics here, but Superchat was never meant to be a flagship product. I have other channels, I have other interests, but Superchat has become more wildly successful than I imagined when we started, and I'm grateful for that. But the idea is that this is just an engine so that all of us, you, me, everybody watching, everybody listening, everybody we care about, can start as many channels as we want and make them go fast. Superchat is just the engine for that. When we think about the other aspect of what we're doing here, I know 99% of us have monetization on our minds, the idea of making revenue either from our channels or from the businesses behind them or the businesses we're going to create through them. The idea is that we are taking people who either don't make money online, we're helping them make money online, or we're taking people who make some money online and helping them make more money online. That's the truth about what we're doing. When you think about that, we've been here for many years. It's 5.5 years. We're almost at the 900th episode. And I just wanted to put a little bit of focus onto the help that we're actually giving people here, because I know people say very pleasant things about the channel, about myself, about the community, about our moderators, about all of our friends, and I appreciate all of those things. But not everybody is here all the time. Not everybody's able to be. We've got friends that have been here for years. We got friends that we have lost along the way and things like that as well. But the magnitude of the idea of all the people that we have been able to help is just astounding. That's absolutely the truth. And when you think about that, I know what it's like. I promise you, when something like $20 a month, $100 a month, $1,000 a month, or whatever it is can be life-changing money, we are literally doing the smallest part in changing people's lives forever after. When you think about taking people who are not already making money online and turning them into people who are making money online, that is unbelievably spectacular, because it's forever after, right? Once you learn something, nobody can take it away from you. So this is just ideas, but I wanted to mention that so that everybody who's out there helping, even when we're not live streaming, understands the impact you're having on other people. You know, we all have our ups and downs. We all have good times and bad times. The holidays can be very hectic and overwhelming. I hope they're joyous for the most part, for most people, regardless of how everybody celebrates here. But I hope everybody can find a little bit of satisfaction in the idea that you know that you're truly helping people with all the things we talk about here when you're visiting their channels, when you're engaging with their videos, because what would it be like if we wouldn't? You know what I mean? So let's talk about content. Michael's Adventures is up on the screen. Like I said, one of the most supportive creators that I've met, along with all of our moderators. It's very hard for me to mention Scratch and Pete PA without mentioning Michael's Adventures. These two creators have been interacting with each other. They've been here with us in Tuber Chat. hundreds and hundreds of times. I know there are other creators who also have done the same thing. Jesse Journals and Unboxes, Just Jason Keto, Canadian Family Life, Butler Family Farm, and many others. But I'm literally talking about hundreds and now into thousands of hours. And it's overwhelming to me. But we just have a fantastic community here. So Michael's Adventures has been a big part of this right from the beginning. We'll take a better look at his channel in 3 hours when we go over there for his premiere. What he's going to bring is a lot of wildlife, and he's actually changed up the content a little bit. And what I mean by changing up on this channel is adding to it. So he premieres every night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and he brings us wildlife. He could have raccoons, opossums, deer, foxes, and other things. A little bit of bird watching on the channel. He's got a new traffic watch series where he's giving us another look outdoors. He's been known to take us for walks outdoors as well, with stories to be told along the way, and he's got shorts on the channel as well. Lots of outdoor content here. As a matter of fact, he's able to bring us all 4 seasons. And then this creator has gotten into some lottery scratch tickets and some slot gameplay on a phone or a tablet. He's got an abundant number of productions on his channel, as you can see. Over 4,000 over 4,000 videos and shorts. Hasn't live streamed yet, if you can imagine that. So no surprise that he's well over 1,800 subscribers, and he is literally seeming to be everywhere all the time supporting other people. So I wanted to introduce everybody to Michael's Adventures. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I see Nikki Silver Stacker coming in. I'm going to spin the wheel in a second. We'll do that right now, as a matter of fact. And I wanted to show everybody something. You're going to have to dig for this. I'm going to drop the link for this again. For anybody that's doing Vlogmas content, and I'll describe it in a quick second here. I know we've had some help in the chat with that. Canadian Family Life is in the middle of Vlogmas right now. But basically the idea is that you will make a video. Usually creators are making these for the first 24 or 25 days of December, right? It's a vlogging Christmas type series. People do that for Vlogtober, where they put up some kind of a autumn themed or Halloween themed or whatever at all series for 31 days in October. But I made a special post, and it's a couple of weeks ago now, so it's going to be tougher to find. But this post is meant so that everybody can comment who's got a Vlogmas series going, and then other people can find your Vlogmas content. Even when we're not live streaming, because I know that a lot of people who are really into Vlogmas want to see each other's content. Like, they're not just into making it, they're into watching it too. So I thought that that would be a special thing for everybody. We've got Nightbot on the case now. Scratch and PPA for the last couple weeks has been sharing that link. I appreciate that as well. And I've done it a couple times today also, so that everybody can catch that. But if you have a Vlogmas series or any kind of a holiday series, then that post you'll be able to find. Like I said, it's about 2 weeks ago on our post page. You'll have to dig because I share a lot, but sharing for other people is the #1 thing I'm thanked for on YouTube as well. So there's a bit of a hint in there. And then Tim Mitchell is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. I also see that Fuzzy Adventures 1990 is here. Kid Wonder Rosie, Gaming Live Stream. Kid Wonder has been a dear friend of about 6 years. As a matter of fact, he's been with me since before Superchat was even a thought, if you can imagine that. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Mr. Shelton TV we're going to talk about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Coach Juliet Edens is making me laugh. No, Butler Family Farm, no trouble going live, just trouble not talking so much, as you know, that I constantly ramble. But I did want to just mention something at the beginning of the stream so that hopefully some of our friends, at least anybody here who watches the first few minutes of the replay, you know, sometimes we need a reminder about the things that we're actually doing for people. You know, and I'm really not talking about myself. It's very easy for me to just turn on the camera, be here, talk about this, and sound motivating and inspiring. That's not the difficult part of all of this. But some of it is just remembering that everybody here is in a different situation. There's more than 50 million channels on YouTube. That's 50 million different reasons to do it, 50 million different reasons to start, and all that stuff. There's over 2 billion active monthly users. It's basically everybody online with an internet connection is on YouTube on the planet, or pretty close to it, right? When you think about that and the reach that we have, but then the fact that we're helping people with their channels, with their journeys, with the inspiring, motivating things we're doing, and the technical things like watching videos, swapping playlists, giving comments, giving thumbs up. All these things really help, but we are absolutely, in at least the smallest possible way, changing people's lives with the help that we're giving them. And there will be people who will never have a chance to thank each other because life is moving so fast, but their lives will be changed for the better forever after because of what everybody's doing here. So I just wanted to mention that because I don't think it's something that's on the forefront of everybody's mind. You know, I tend to be humble about a lot of the different things, or at least sound that way, but I understand the impact we're having on people. I promise you, I know what it's like. Rushing Wind Mountain still in the house. Coastal Water is here. And I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. There's Vintage Lifestyle by Joe. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Mr. Shelton TV, he's been with us for about 5 years as well. He's been with us from the beginning. Mr. Shelton TV is somebody who brings a lot of artistic talent to YouTube, mostly in the form of literature. And I would assume an aspiring amateur filmmaker, as a matter of fact, for the different types of things that he experiments with on the channel. But he's got literature here, he's got music, he's got poetry, he's got reviews, he's got live streams, just about all the different kinds of content somebody can come up with. And you can see that he takes his YouTube channel seriously. He let me know today in a message that he just did a live stream with Jeremy D-Day, which is really cool. Jeremy's been a friend of mine for about 6 years, since before Superchat was even a channel. And the whole reason why I keep talking about the years that some of us have been friends, or some people are friends and things like that, is just to hopefully motivate and inspire by letting anybody know who hasn't heard this kind of thing before. There are literally people waiting to meet you that will support you years into the future. We couldn't have known this. I predicted it. I'm glad I was right in that case. But when we started the Superchat channel, you know, we were hoping people would be supporting each other, but I'd only been on YouTube for 2 years before this started, so I couldn't have seen 5 years into the future. It was all hope, you know what I mean? And faith, if we want to put it that way. Oh, and then, yeah, Butler Family Farm should be okay, but I'm unsure. I Am Betty J Gathers is in the house. She's another dear friend, another beloved and dedicated moderator. Izzy Pop 3 is in the house. They've reset and restarted their channel. And, Alec Marcus Glasgow, just please let me know if you're still listening. Forgive me, I should have said something at the beginning of the stream. And then, that's great, Angie's Oddities. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Face the Aces here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I've missed everything in the chat, by the way, so I do thank everybody for the pleasant things that everybody says, but I miss a lot while I'm talking so much. I think anybody who's been here before knows that. And then Mr. Shelton TV says he's going to plan some more live streams soon. So let's get to looking at different channels as well. 2,900 views on one of these shorts, which is great to see. And you see a good mix of content on his channel here, and then live streams as well. So he's been doing some outdoor live streams. There's the one with Jeremy D-Day that I was just talking about. So that's really cool to see a couple of friends together. Most people say that the number one thing they enjoy about YouTube is the friendships that are made along the way. And I have to agree, it's my favorite thing. I'm grateful for the friendships that I've made. I'm sure that some of us will be lifelong friends now because of the fact that we've met on YouTube in this way. And I really find it heartwarming when I'm in other people's premieres and live streams and I see friendships flourishing between other creators. You can tell by the inside jokes people have, by the conversations that you know are a continuation of something they've already started before and things like that. And then Coastal Water, no, always here. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I've said it from the beginning. It gets harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like over the months and years we're going to be running our YouTube channels, maybe even decades someday, where, you know, we're following more and more people. Michael Harper, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to put your channel up next, and then I'm afraid I'm missing something in the chat here. But Tim Mitchell gifted 10 memberships. My dear goodness. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. Hundreds of memberships he's gifted on this channel. And I'm grateful. I know all the recipients will be happy to have those. But Tim Mitchell is somebody who, you know, I talk about when I have his channel up here and the things that he's doing. We'll go through the channels in a second. But I also see him out supporting other creators. I'm not often able to hop into his live streams lately, but when I have been able to, always excitement, always one of the warmest welcomes. And I know a lot of people do that kind of thing. Mona did what? Same thing today. I was in her live stream, and you know, everybody's excited, and I'm grateful for that. But you can really make people feel good in that way. So it's just a thought, right? For anybody that's live streaming, most people are giving a warm welcome. But when you think about the idea of charisma, we often confuse that word, or at least I do, with the idea of likability, right? It's very possible for somebody to be very likable to anybody at all, but not necessarily be charismatic. My understanding of the definition of the word charisma is to make others feel good about themselves in your presence. It's very different than having them like you. We're talking about them feeling good about themselves, right? And if you can do that, I know that I do that for people, but it comes from practice and conscious thought. But if you can do that for people, my goodness, is your community going to explode? Because the things that people will say about you when they're not there or when you're not there are going to be fantastic, and you will find floods of new supporters coming into your channel just to see why they've had such great things to say about you. That's an idea. And then oh, I'm so sorry, Michael Harper. Thank you for sharing that with us. I hope you're doing okay, and your family as well. Nesha Antoinette is also in the house. Good to see you in the house. Oh, goodness. Tim Mitchell, 8784, I might be unaware of the trouble that might be going on. But it is great that a lot of people show concern and hopefully help in ways that they can. Booby Goats, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I think they were live. Was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before, I think they were live. And then, yes, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Yeah, I am Betty J. Gathers talking about watch hours and subscribers, right? So many people are familiar with Elevate with Vern, a longtime dear friend of mine, known as my YouTube BFF. And she has always said, because the rule used to be 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, that by the time you get halfway there, you got to start working on those watch hours. It's not the worst idea to start thinking about that from the very beginning, especially because these days most creators are going to hit their 500 subscribers required for monetization within the first year. You just need that 3,000 hours of watch time, 180,000 minutes. It sounds like a big number, but it's really not. We're seeing channels get monetized faster and faster these days. And then when we look at the chat for a second here again, first of all, Beltloop29 is here, so thank you for coming in. Tim Mitchell, also with the highlighted milestone message, has been a silver member for a while now. And what that means is that we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream like this here. All of our silver and gold members have those slides set up. And I try to keep those updated. The rest of the slides I know are outdated all the time, but the gold and silver members, I try to stay on top of that. Tim Mitchell, thank you again for the gifted memberships. Absolutely unnecessary. I know that all of our recipients will be happy to have those. Let's talk about his content. This is his personal channel, but he actually makes videos or produces videos and live streams for 2 other channels with a fairly elaborate setup with multicams and things like that as well. Tim Mitchell's now at 350 subscribers as well, so he'll be heading towards that 500 pretty soon. As a matter of fact, he's got some outdoor footage here in his videos and some shorts. Dash cam footage is done fairly well for this creator, getting now into 1,500, 16, even 1,800 views. And Tim Mitchell has done plenty of live streaming. I haven't been able to catch them lately. Pardon me, they're on during my work time usually. I caught them on another channel live the other day by surprise, but there we go, a couple months ago. He's usually on the road, still does a good job of keeping up with the chat when he's doing that. And then, Butler Family Farm, how did you take, with the highlighted milestone message, he took over the stream boss. Yes, that's a nice hint there, by the way. Nikki Silver Stacker, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I was surprised. I saw a video from Nikki Silver Stacker that said that silver hit like $63. And then a friend of mine I was mentioning it to today, and he said, no, it hit 66. Now we see it's at 67. My dear goodness. I was worried for all the people who were lining up around the building, if anybody saw those posts a few weeks ago, to buy silver and gold. But yeah, as long as they get the money off the table before it goes back down, they will have made money. But it's still going up now. It is in what they call the banana zone. So my dear goodness, and I'll be extremely happy for everybody that's been doing really well. I'm a big fan of precious metals. So Tim Mitchell, let's look at the other 2 channels that he works on, which is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. I haven't been typing as much these days as I was a while back. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, they got a brand new video actually. Now this is Chef CV, and on this channel there's actually a video that talks about how Chef CV and Tim Mitchell had met. And I always enjoy videos like this. It's just under 10 minutes. So perfect watch, perfect video to connect with. What Chef CV is going to do is help us navigate the kitchen. She makes really interesting meal combinations or different dishes, but she also helps us understand things like cookware and bakeware and different appliances. She has a glorious mystery wheel of misfortune behind her, but we'll talk about that when we get into the live streams. Shorts on this channel are continuing to move. She's gotten into 1,200, 1,300, even 1,400, and some of these are actually newer ones. There's that glorious wheel I keep talking about. The live streams feature the mystery wheel of misfortune, where the audience is able to help contribute ingredients onto the wheel. She's going to spin similarly to the way we do here with our makeshift software wheel, and she's going to be all but forced to make meals out of whatever's going to come up. So that's why they've got a couple of special thumbnails here talking about Twizzlers, which Tim let us know afterwards was actually the last original ingredient on the mystery wheel of misfortune. So we see that that has evolved over a long period of time. And then the unofficial off-topic squirrel is a complimentary channel. Now they go live on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. Pardon me, my allergies are driving me bananas today. Not the banana zone, just simply bananas. They do live streams every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. And they do live streams on the first Saturday of every month as a minimum on this second channel called the Unofficial Official Off Topic Squirrel. And this is where we get a behind the scenes look at Chef CV, more in a natural environment, a chance to get to know them. And they take us on different adventures as well. They've got shorts over here getting into 1,200 views, 1,500 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel. Like I said, once in a while they do something like a pop-up here, and I caught one of these the other day. And 126 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 200. We know she's going to be thinking about on this second channel. I see Consume the Goodness coming in. And I see Ace Flaw 1 is here. Andy. That was a nice comment you left today, by the way, Andy. So thank you for that. I share on our community page, like I was saying earlier today, and I try to mix it up. It's not just for members and moderators. It's not just for super chatters, for everybody. And I pretty much do the shares based on how active everybody has been here. I keep statistics for every live stream. And often, at least once a month, I'll share for Andy from Ace Flaw 1. He's been with us from the beginning. And he just sent a comment today with a pleasant thank you for that kind of thing. And like I say, sharing on the community tab is the number one thing I'm thanked for. I wouldn't expect everybody to hammer the community page every 2 hours like I do, because everybody should be focusing on their community in whatever way you find appropriate. But by all means, whatever everybody thinks is the best idea is nobody's business but your own, and I will just simply agree. There was a line in the 24 television series where they had, spoiler alert for anybody that didn't watch it 20 years ago, but they had at one point a female president, so it was Madam President and the First Gentleman. And she was faced with a very difficult decision, and she didn't know what to do. And her husband said to her, the right decision is whatever you decide it is. And I think that goes the same for what we're doing here. When you think about your channel, when you think about the name, when you think about your avatar and the graphics and the things you're doing, it's nobody's business but your own. You build your channel, you do the best you can, and as it comes to grow, it comes to have meaning. And I think that's the way. And thank you for the share, Butler Family Farm. And then Desert Living is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Musgrave Family Farm is also here. Jan Hines is in the house, another longtime friend. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now because I know I've been dragging out the beginning of today's stream. Michael Harper dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at that channel next. Thank you again, Tim, for the 10 gifted memberships again. He has done that kind of thing countless times, literally responsible for not only, not to be transactional, but not only hundreds of memberships on this channel. You know, they come and go, but I'm just saying, and literally having this channel hit record numbers when it comes to that. So I really do appreciate the extra generosity personally, and then I know the recipients will be happy to have those. So Judgment Day Mike Harper dropped a super chat. He's done that also a million times before. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Some people might have caught an extra little thing that went through the chat there. There's a bit of activity. Butler Family Farm dropped a highlighted milestone message, and that sniped the Stream Boss position. That's that video game life meter under my camera here. Every Super Chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel, and they've held that position many times before. The hint behind all of that is the fact that those highlighted milestone messages are a free bonus for anybody that is a member on a channel where they are enabled, which is almost every channel that has memberships, right? You have to turn them off if you want to. I don't know why anybody would, but you know, either way. So that's a cool idea. So as everybody's watching the Stream Boss and seeing it get a little bit lower, those of you who are members can grab that thing for free. Magic Frog Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yeah, Handicap Traveler. Jerry's got his eye on the stream boss all the time. TJ, Boxy, pardon me. I'm still learning the channel and I'm tripping over these names. I just met that creator. Was it today or yesterday in Chevy Addict, right? TJ, Box Chevy Island. Good to have you in the house. So thank you for coming in. That's a new friend. And I talked about this on the last stream as well. But as much as possible, I'm also on YouTube every day for as long as I can be, hopping in and out of everybody's premieres and live streams, meeting new people all the time. And so I appreciate that. But it just goes to show that's a part of how all this thing continues to grow. It's not just that people are sending friends in. I appreciate that. But I'm also out there hustling. The struggle is real. We all know that. Judgment Day Mike Harper is up here, and this is another longtime friend. Like I said, he dropped a super chat. He's done that a million times before. What this creator is bringing us are movie and television reviews more than anything else. A lot of wrestling actually comes from this creator also, and he posts videos fairly frequently, as you can see, usually every week or pretty close to it, sometimes sporadically, and then shorts on the channel. These have started to really move into 2,000, 2,200 views now, and then live streams on the channel as well. This is where we get the wrestling talk from Michael Harper. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's got a second channel as well, and I'll show that to you. Michael W. Harper is where he does more DVD reviews, and he's mixed these up a little bit to more movies and television together. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Some of them are classics, as you can see from the thumbnails here. Gives us a bit of a chance to get to know him. And then shorts feature more of the same, mostly with the creator himself, getting into almost 1,000 views on one of these, which is great to see. I remember when the highest one had just under 500, so you've doubled that now. And then live streams on this channel. It's been a little while, but we'll see if they're going to bring them back. We got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Thank you again, Michael Harper, for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. Nikki Silver Stacker ended up doing the same thing, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support as well. He says he enjoys supporting other creators. I know he's doing that all the time. He's actually trying to give us some help with our YouTube journey as well, in between his videos about precious metals. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Gail's Health Journey, that's Gail's Southern Living. She's been with us for at least 4 years as well. She is very well known for getting creators together for collaborations and things like that, but that's another channel that she's got going on. She's changed those up over the years as well. And then Nikki Silver Stacker says they also give channel shout outs, but you can see in the midst of their videos here a few recommendations for ideas that they're continuing to learn as their journey goes on. When we look at the videos here, Nikki Silver Stacker is going to talk to us about precious metals more than anything else. They can help us determine the difference between numismatic collectible coins, which can also be valuable but are a very different thing. I'm a huge fan of precious metals. I'm glad to see so many people doing so well with these right now. And then hopefully everybody's got their strategy together, because nothing goes up forever. And it's not that I want to be negative. I just want to make sure. I've been talking to people about this when it comes to the idea of crypto. I got a friend who insists that he had, I didn't see this, but he insists, and I believe him, that he had a crypto account that literally hit $1 million, but he rode the wave all the way back down because he didn't have an exit strategy. The idea is you got to be taking profits along the way. Some people don't like to hear that if they're heavy investors and in for the long term and everything, but it's absolutely true, so that you don't wipe out all of your profits. So again, not that I want to be negative at all, absolutely not. I'm a huge fan of precious metals, very happy for everybody who's doing well with these, but I hope everybody has their exit exit strategies together because we work in cycles when we're thinking about investing, not financial advice, of course, but you know what I mean. When we look at what Nikki Silverstacker's doing right now, the shorts on the channel are moving 1,600, 1,700 on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. It's been a while since I caught Nikki Silverstacker. When was the last time I caught you for a live stream? A month ago, but they're on almost every day. Right? Yeah, not quite every day, but almost every day. Hopefully everybody will connect. Nikki Silverstacker is almost at 350 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push him. And then that's actually good advice as well, Nikki Silverstacker. When it comes to any investment of any kind, there's a lot of risk out there. Nobody should ever be investing more money than they can afford to lose. There are some heavy swings, and emotionally, it's very tough to take at times. So I hope everybody looks at their finances. I'm sure everybody looks at it very seriously, but learns the risks long before engaging, and try not to let the emotions catch you and start grabbing things that otherwise might have been considered in a different way, if that makes any sense at all. So let's take a break, and what we'll do is we'll go for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come right back. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series that we've got on this channel. There are a handful of different creators that I asked to join me for conversations where they could share their insights as to how they gained over 10,000 subscribers on their YouTube channels. When we talk about your channel and what you bring on YouTube, you're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect.
Okay.
Where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yeah.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, you know, to me it's kind of taking it away.
Yes.
You know, to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or over simplify it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly.
Yeah.
Because it's not real drama. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. Right before we do that break and come right back, I just want to show everybody something. So this is in the StreamYard system. I know some people are using other things, and they're probably doing the same thing here. But I was in there the other day and I hadn't seen this before because I don't use StreamYard very often. We started with it 5 years ago. I use it for special editions like this interview with Be Amazing Sylvia that still has yet to be finished editing. But I discovered something the other day that I didn't realize they were doing. This is magic. So what we can do is once we've recorded something on StreamYard, we can go to this export button here. StreamYard gives you the opportunity to download the clean audio from each participant, clean video from each participant, plus a project file for the most popular video editing software like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, which I use, DaVinci Resolve, which I know is also popular. Look what it says. We will create a project file with all your recordings aligned in the right order, saving you hours of editing time. So yesterday I downloaded the Final Cut Pro project files and everything for the Be Amazing Sylvia interview, which is yet to come. I'm hoping that speeds things up for me, and I'll try to get that out first thing in 2026. So let's take that break. We'll come right back. Pete's making me laugh. That is a lot of tape. I just went through wrapping a handful of presents, more than a handful, and I've got plenty more to go. and am grateful to even be able to do that. I enjoy wrapping presents. Let's do a poll. We haven't done a poll and played around for a while. So what we do, we come to this plus button, and we can start a poll. You can do a few other things here, but I'll start a poll, and I'll say, do you enjoy wrapping gifts? And just yes or no, and we'll see what everybody has to say. I'm curious to know, because I could see how somebody could look at it like a chore or a task or a burden, but I enjoy it. I plan, and I kind of think like even a month in advance. Okay, I gotta have like time for that. It usually goes faster than I think it's going to, but I really enjoy it, and I talked about this the other day, but just because you imagine the reactions people are going to have. Actually, I'll mention something right now as well. I don't politically feel any way. I don't know enough about all these different celebrities to be able to keep up with who's on what side and all that. So just please never mind that stuff for today. We always keep the chat lighthearted and positive here anyway. Regardless. I watched this video many years ago from Taylor Swift, and what she was doing was wrapping presents for some of her biggest supporters. And if I remember right, it was really cool. She was like literally on the living room floor. The cat was walking all over the Christmas wrapping paper and everything else. But I thought it was really cool that she was doing that. And just today, before we started Tuber Chat, I heard a rumor the other day that she had given away, $100 million worth of bonuses to people in the Eras Tour, her latest thing that did way better than they expected. Sure enough, I just watched the video, so I'm assuming it's real, but it's literally her giving these bonuses to everybody, and she hand writes the cards, right? It shows her, so I'm assuming that she actually does it, you know what I mean? But I enjoy wrapping Christmas presents, writing handwritten cards and things like that, just because, again, I think about the reaction people have, but I wouldn't blame anybody for not enjoying it. Who said they don't like it? Yeah, Cove Action and Chuck and Lori enjoy unwrapping. Yeah, absolutely. And then Matthews Bushcraft is asking what programs everybody use for their video editing. So I use Final Cut Pro. I know a lot of people here use DaVinci, and then there are also a lot of apps and things like that, like Filmora. I know a lot of people using CapCut these days, and there's many others. Yeah, a few people don't enjoy wrapping presents and things like that. I like it. It's probably because I've gotten better at it. So when I wrap presents now, they look they're not pro, but they look a lot better than in my younger years when I was doing that stuff. There you go, Cove Action. You've got a good mix going back between the two of you. And gift bags, yes, have fun in nature. We do a few of those as well. Let's see what everybody had to say, and then I'll close the poll off. Oh, it's half and half. Wow. I'm surprised that we don't have like an overwhelming one side versus the other. That's almost a 50-50, my goodness. And then Matthews Bushcraft, Matt and Mouse use Adobe Premiere. Yeah, Premiere and Final Cut and DaVinci Resolve are the three biggest that I know of. Literally television, Hollywood productions and things like that. Many years ago, I used to use Sony Vegas software, but I used that for audio. As weird as that sounds, I used to produce radio shows and commercials and things like that, and I found that to be a great program. But I think those are behind us now. I'm not even sure if they're still making it. I haven't looked it up in a while. I've been on Final Cut Pro for 8 years now. It's Chocolate Drop is up on the screen. This is another creator who's been with us for many years. She's always smiling, always laughing, but she's getting close to monetization. So for the last many months, she's been working on watch hours. She's been here with us almost every stream lately. Now, I don't, expect that from anybody. I appreciate every moment everybody spends. I promise you. I know we've got friends that run the stream in the background. We got friends that listen while they drive or work or are doing other things, and people who pop in just to give us the thumbs up and say hello and things, and I appreciate that as well. Yeah, Ship to Shore Cruise News. I started with iMovie, but just moved into Final Cut Pro, just because they are similar. Like Final Cut Pro is a beefed up version of iMovie, but for the most part, anybody can do anything that they need with iMovie. The cool thing with that is that it comes with your iPhone or your iPad or your Mac for free. And then Final Cut Pro just has more bells and whistles, but not even necessary. Most of the videos I've ever produced, I don't know if I've done 1,000 yet, but most of the videos I've produced could have been done in iMovie easily. But I just wanted to learn. And then Just Jason Keto says Canva. They have an editor that's good enough for everybody as well, to get started at least. Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. Canva's just killing it, eh? I'm shocked. That company, it should be no surprise, but my goodness, have they just exploded. It's not going to stop either, I don't think so, because even I recommend Canva. I've used it a couple times just to show other people how to use it, but I don't even use it myself. But it's so easy. You don't even have to know how to use it to teach other people how to use it, which is fantastic. Relax with Melissa, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Forgive me for any of those I missed. I know a lot of people are sending messages today and I'm missing most of it. And Philbit, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. It's Chocolate Drop is known very much for spending a lot of time cooking and baking and taking us for grocery hauls and actually grocery shopping as well. She brings us to places like TJ Maxx and CVS. She's got a plantuary here, as she says. She's got plenty of plants. That's a hobby for her in between everything else. And then when we look at shorts, we see what most creators are doing here, random content from this creator. And she's gotten into, oh my dear goodness. Did I not see these before? Or is this is brand new that this has moved? My dear goodness. Chocolate Drop has to be very excited right now. What I'm talking about, she's always smiling and laughing and things like that. So you see a lot of cooking and baking here in the shorts. One of these at 51,000. But this short video, I don't know if this is brand new. Actually, let's look. Yeah, it is brand new. The latest one that they put up has got 137,000, and I bet it's still going. That is fantastic, and I'm very excited for its Chocolate Drop to be having that kind of success. Live streams on this channel as well. She's always cooking up a storm here. She's got people in and out of the stream behind there with her, and she keeps up with the chat while she's doing all these things. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. Like I said, she's been a dear friend for many years. And she often calls me Mr. Customer Service. It's a perfect example of what I'm talking about when I say, you know, creators build friendships and have inside jokes together and things like that. And then the Feral Grandma is coming up right now. We'll see what they have got going on. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And Sarah Prestwood, good to see you in the house. And Jules Lorraine, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. It's absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. I'm going to put your channel up next. Like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And it's time for me to add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of today's stream. And I have a ChatBot in the background called Streamlabs that helps keep track of that kind of thing. And then Handicapped Traveler is going to be added to the wheel right now. And what we're looking at is the Feral Grandma. This is another creator that I'm still getting to know when it comes to the idea of content, but they've actually been not only in Tuber Chat frequently, I've run into them many times in other people's channels lately. They've got 195 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. They're going to have it any day now, maybe even today. And then I see there's a bit of a mix in content here, a chance to get to know them and some cooking, it looks like. And then they've got some information. I'll leave it to everybody to read that when you get to the channel, talking about their intentions, what we can expect here. They've got shorts that are already getting into 1,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And these are coming out almost every week, as a matter of fact, it looks like. So at least a couple times a month. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. And then thank you, Create and Relate, for 12 months of membership. My dear goodness. Most creators, you'll find members come and go on channels. I hope nobody gets too uptight about that kind of thing. Nobody has an unlimited budget. And there's a lot of reasons why people are unable to do things like memberships and super chats. It has to do with different regions of the world, the different platforms like Apple iPhones and things like that. Our crafty home, Jules Lorraine, forgive me, I'm still tripping over these handles a little bit, but our crafty home has recently become a part of the Tuber Chat family as well. I see they've been putting out quite a few videos. So Create and Relate dropped a super chat as well, and we're going to put their channel up on the screen. Pardon me, in another moment here. I'm getting out of order. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. I certainly do appreciate the extra generous support, though. And then Jules Lorraine did the same thing. So our crafty home, I really do appreciate that. And like I said, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen when those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So it's been a while since I've seen a video. They've got quite a few here. I'm just going to grab the latest one. They've got something special to unbox. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I'm assuming this is part of the Diamond Art series based on the look of the boxes that you've got here. And very cool Christmas Lego as well. Lego is like my favorite thing to give as a gift when it's like usually younger people, but I know people of all ages are using this now. My family actually got, I don't have it around me, my family got me some Lego that was meant to go on my desk when my desk was behind me. And perhaps I'll use it as part of a backdrop eventually if I change things up at some point. And then our crafty home, 203 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they're thinking about. And then they got some shorts over here that have already started to move, one of them over 300 views, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with our crafty home, obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And again, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And next up, we're going to look at Create and Relate for the same reason. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, my dear goodness. Sarah Prestwood, that's you must have quite a bit of storage to be able to hang on to that. That's one thing that I struggle with. Every time I get a new phone, I haven't upgraded in a long time. Kristen actually got me the upgrade the last time when I got an iPhone 11. That's what I've been using until today. I'm thinking about watching for Boxing Day. In Canada, I don't know who else does this in the world, but in Canada we have a day called Boxing Day, and it's December 26th, the day after Christmas. And all the stores will, like traditionally, will put things on sale at deep discounts similar to Black Friday. It's almost like the same thing. And I'll be watching that because I was watching Black Friday sales. And I've done that before. Picking a cell phone plan on Black Friday or on Boxing Day can be a great way to save a lot of money. I'm looking at my cell phone plans like every 6 months to think about calling them and seeing if there's things we can trim or some way to get it down. I think I've got them as low as I can go now. Kaiser Gaming YT, that's Chris's Clever Craft. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to get his channels up next. But thank you, Create and Relate. She's done that a million times before as well, and I certainly do appreciate that. I know a few people are talking about the weather, the wind, and even it turned into snow after, but rain all day has been vicious in southern Ontario. So I'm not sure if it got as far as Jason's area, but yeah, it was something else, especially later in the day. Create and Relate is up on the screen, and this creator is doing a bit of Christmas content. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put this into that catch-up list I keep joking about. That's a fun name for a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. We call it the catch-up list. And Create and Relate otherwise is known for crafts, colors, connections. When we look through their channel, there's a lot of crafting ideas and art supplies and things like that, but there's also a lot of product reviews, and some of the things that they unbox can either relate to our YouTube channels or our YouTube journeys, or can be made even for the thoughts of making merchandise, which we can then turn around and possibly monetize by selling on online platforms and things like that. They've got a couple cameras here. They've got some lighting, that Cricut machine I like to mention. Shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, a couple of them, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. It's been a while since they've done these. They were doing them pretty frequently for a while. They did one special one for Halloween, but we've got our notification bell on for every channel, so we'll make sure we catch them if they're going to drop another one anytime soon. And then let's think about Kaiser Gaming YT. And thank you again, Create and Relate, and Chris's Clever Craft for the super chats. I really do appreciate that. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. That's Ruby. I always appreciate every moment. They're here with us for just about every single stream for several years now. And then Kaiser Gaming YT is somebody who's been with us for about 5 years. And this is Chris's Clever Craft. A long time ago, he started a second channel. This one's now monetized as well. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's got a bit of video gameplay on the videos tab here. But when we look at what he's doing on the channel, he's mixing up a couple of different games and a couple of different formats as well. He does some work in landscape and in portrait. He's got shorts that have done really well. Gaming is a great genre when we think about the idea of short form content, because in a video game so many fun things happen. It could be achievements, it could be in Grand Theft Auto deaths, or chasing people and exploding things and everything else. Lots of opportunity to cut shorts out of a lot of content, and we see Kaiser Gaming YT is doing that. He's mixing up the gameplay and live streams as well, but you see he's got a dual live stream going on most of the time, with one in portrait, one in landscape. If you're able to do that kind of thing, and most channels are, it can be beneficial, because most of us here in the Tuber Chat family, YouTube channel owners, tend to prefer landscape or horizontal live streaming. But the general push that YouTube is going to give us for more viewers and new subscribers and things like that comes from vertical, because these live streams can end up in the shorts feed where people are spending a lot of time these days. So there's a benefit to having both, right? And I've seen a lot of creators put a message in the chat, pin it, or put messages on the screen that says, for the best experience, check out the other stream, and then they link to it, and that's a cool trick as well. But these are just ideas. So Kaiser Gaming YT is doing a mix of different gameplay on this channel, as we can see. And even up to today, streaming very frequently. There was a point he was on like every day. 1,600 subscribers here. Let me show you who this is. Chris's Clever Craft. Like I said, he's been with us for many, many years. He's known for do-it-yourself videos. Look at that. Shout out for Scratch and PPA right there. We see that on a few channels, actually. I know there's a lot of shout outs there for Tuber Chat, and I certainly appreciate those. If anybody's done one that I haven't seen, or if you've included Tuber Chat in a shout out video where you're talking about a lot of channels, just please let me know so that I can get it into a special playlist that comes up on our front page. But Scratch and PPA has tons of videos out there shouting them out. Chris's Clever Craft did that one a while back when it was time for Scratch and PPA to get monetized, if I remember right. And then Chris's Clever Craft is now well over 600 subscribers over here. He loves working. He's working on stuff all the time. And like I said, lots of do-it-yourself videos. This guy gets into complete indoor renovations and things like that. So there's not much I think he can't accomplish. And then when we get into the outdoor content, he's got an interesting property, and he brings us outdoors, takes us indoors, sometimes for unboxing videos, product reviews, a chance to look around, stories to be told. He does a lot of live streaming, or he's done a few live streams. We'll have a look at those as well. Lately, he's been doing, I think, more live streaming. When we look at shorts on the channel, some of these have got 1,500, 1,600, 3,200 views on one, and this one continues to get views at 37,000, which is just unbelievable. I remember when that was 10,000. And then live streams on the channel as well. So it's been a few months, but he was doing a frequent series here for a while. He was doing a lot of indoor work. You can see he's insulating an attic, wiring outlets. He's doing joists, like all kinds of indoor renovation work, which is unbelievable. Far beyond my pay grade, I'll tell you that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chris's Clever Craft and Kaiser Gaming YT. Thank you for another super chat, Chris. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. And then Diamond Painting Yotun has come in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, and we're going to look at Just Jason Keto in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh, thank you for another super chat, Chris. Absolutely unnecessary. Create and Relate took over the stream boss again. We talked about that earlier. And then Just Jason Keto is up on the screen. There's something I want to do before I look at anything else. He had a live stream the other day, and this is a homestead hangout. It's kind of a part 2 from something he did about a year ago. Matt Mouse was there, and he introduced us to a few different YouTube channel creators who have been supporting him over all this time. I ran this but did not watch it, so I'm just going to put this back into my catch-up list right now because I actually wanted to see this. And then Just Jason Keto goes live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. We were there last night. He's always talking either keto or healthy eating, healthy living, and then a lot of YouTube talk as well, because there's so many YouTube channel owners now, you know, in these communities supporting each other. So it's a little bit of a mix in there. And sometimes he's got a guest, frequently actually, and they share their insights and life experiences when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got shorts on his channel as well, and these have featured the tiniest amount of variety, but the healthy looking grilling shorts have done really well. He's got another one here with a barbecue, and there's a particularly interesting story with this where that's turned into an evergreen idea for him, in the way that every year, at least in the northern hemisphere, when our climate changes and we start to get into the better weather around April, May, these videos all start to pump for him again, which is really cool. So it's great to see that one's entered into the mix. But like I said, healthy looking grilling shorts, well on way towards 7,000 subscribers now. One at 7,000 views is what I mean to say, and then 22,000 views on one of these, and I've seen that one. I promise you it's entertaining. So when we look at what Just Jason Keto's doing on his channel, he's in the middle of a Vlogmas style series right now. These are actually a special holiday series of videos, not vlogs, something extra special that he's doing on the channel. And hopefully everybody will catch all of these. A lot of creators are doing Christmas content or Vlogmas content. And Just Jason Keto has hopped into this for at least the second year in a row. I know he did a series last year. What he typically does on the channel, though, is a lot of recipes and a lot of product reviews. He helps us understand the ingredients when we're thinking about healthy eating and healthy living with a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And he's done probably over 100, well over 100 now, chaffle recipes, but he's got plenty of other recipes on the channel as well. And they all feature just a few ingredients, easy and simple to make legitimately. He gets involved in a lot of collaborations, that I forget to mention all the time. Collaborating is one of the biggest things you can do to grow your channel rapidly. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're pretty much guaranteed to grab a handful of their most supportive supporters, if that makes sense. And Just Jason Keto has had a lot of guests on the channel. He's done product reviews as well, sometimes traditional, like that barbecue or some of the things we find around the kitchen, like the vacuum sealer and things like that. Or he brings a tiny amount of variety. Now, he set up a second channel, and we can look at that as well. And I'll get to it by its handle, but it's called It's Just Jason. And he's experimented a little bit with the YouTube journey and channels and ideas and things like that. But this is where he intends to bring all of the content that wouldn't otherwise fit on Just Jason Keto. So he's done some traveling and brought us a few videos there and quite a few shorts to go along with it. 1,300 views on one of these, which is great to see. Plenty over 1,000. And he has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know I say it a million times. And Coach Juliet Edens we're going to look at now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Just making a note for myself. I got to remember to do something here in the next break. We'll take a break after this channel. We'll come right back. Julia Edens, this creator, is bringing us not just weight loss, keto, and carnivore ideas, but motivation and inspiration as well. So a certified health and wellness coach and personal trainer, as a matter of fact. And Coach Juliet Edens, another dynamic host. You can see that as soon as I do some of these rollovers. I've been lucky to catch her for at least one live stream as well. But I'm going to grab one of these latest videos. These are perfect to connect with because I talk about the idea that we're looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, and many of these are just over 3 minutes. Yeah, of course, everybody, I talk about the minimums. You can feel free to watch 2 or 3 videos or even more. Put a few in playlists. Like, I know a lot of people use their watch later list and things like that. But Coach Juliet Edens is posting really frequently, as we can see, several videos in just the last few days. And then shorts on this channel mostly feature the creator herself, but a couple of these have just popped at 9,100, 9,200 views, which is great to see. Live streams, I've got a notification now for one that they're going to do on Sunday, so hopefully I'll catch that one. And it's been, I didn't realize it's already been a month since I caught you live, but they've done quite a few of these. They're on at least once, if not twice a week. So hopefully we'll catch Coach Juliet Edens. We got notification bells on for every single channel, but like I said, we set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have that notification bell on. That was one of the things I was thinking about today, is how to figure out the proper way to rant about that and say, like, even though we have the notification bell on for the channel, and even though we set the notification for the premiere live stream, we still don't get notifications. Not always. And I know everybody here shares the same frustration. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is in the house. That's the Numismaniac. I know that they're a member from Edmonton, Alberta, so I'll put that channel on the wheel right now. We always put members and moderators on as soon as we see them in the chat. Jen Palazzo, that's Palazzo Place. Good to have you here. Hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And I did say we'll take a break, so why don't I spin the wheel? We'll see who's coming up next. We'll go for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series. These are videos now on the Superchat channel. I hope everybody will find time to watch all of the episodes, even though they started about a year ago. I can't remember the date of the first one, but there's 5 of them up there now. There's one more on the way. And these share a lot of insight from creators that have been here in the Tuberchat family for several years. And I tried to ask their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because we hear from me every day that we're here. But they give us insight as to how they've gained over 10,000 subscribers on their YouTube channels.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about. See what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I've realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, can I leave it in there? I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. And a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. Not Will, because I'm so busy. And I said, y'all already know I got an old lady brain, so we're going to keep that right in there because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember, the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. right, we are just about back. I keep forgetting I probably have to move the stream from Monday to Sunday. And I was going to do it while we went on that break. I keep for the life of me. I even wrote a note. Michael's Adventures is going to roll his eyes any second now because I wrote a note for myself to do that when we were in the break. And then we're in the break. I didn't do it. I didn't look at the note. So hopefully I'll look at it after we're done today. But that's just to let everybody know. So Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now, and they are everybody's BFF. They've been with us for many years, probably 4 years now, got to be close to it. Jerry and Susan have 116 acres of homesteading and farmland to show us on this channel. While I was looking at this, getting ready, I don't know why I didn't realize this before, but they've got a product review here, sort of for camera. I'm going to grab this because I want to see what this is. I haven't seen one of these. Like, I have probably seen Eagle Cam before, but I have not, that I remember, watched an unboxing or product review video. I just want to hear what they have to say about this, so I'm going to put that in my catch-up list for today. But we see that Jerry and Susan are bringing us both around the farm. They're bringing us into their home. They do all the different types of content we'd expect from a homesteading channel, as well as they take us out on the road for a lot of meetups. They meet up with a lot of people. Sometimes it's just a handful of people at a time. Sometimes it is a large meetup where they've got about 70 channels worth of creators with them. Everybody gets together. They do a lot of activities, usually for a weekend and things like that. It's really something else. Now, Butler Family Farm passed 120,000 subscribers. Now, Jerry let us know a while back that what he's doing is using the YouTube promotion system. So it's in the YouTube studio. It's a legitimate way to put money behind advertising your videos for the purpose of gaining subscribers. So they went from under 10,000 to over 120,000 now. Spoiler alert, if you watch their live streams every Monday, you'll catch the play button behind them. I was actually on their channel last week, and they've got all kinds of different things on the channel, including these live streams. So they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, koi, and more. And then they, like I said, bring us into their home. Jerry brings us into the shop for some outstanding, remarkable woodwork. And then as well, Butler Family Farm does these live streams every Monday at 6:45 Eastern. So this latest one, I was on with them, and we were talking YouTube more than anything else. But if you watch any of their live streams now, you're going to see they've got that play button. Like I said, there's Jerry and Susan right there. They've been married 41 years. We found that out a couple of months ago on a live stream. They recently went to Alaska with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa and a few other creators on the Alaskan cruise. They went from Seattle for a week in full jealousy mode, of course. And then they've got shorts on their channel as well, and they post these frequently. They post everything frequently, but they've been working on shorts as well. They've got these into 11 and 12,000 views, one at 54,000. And there's a new series now expected on Butler Family Farm, Two Dude Give Clues. And this is Devil Dog and Jerry from Butler Family Farm. They're going to get together and talk about that promotion system that I'm mentioning. So it's, like I said, another different way to legitimately grow your channel very rapidly. So it's something everybody can explore. But hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Like I said, everybody's BFF. They're here with us frequently, almost every stream, as a matter of fact, and they've been at it literally for years. Jerry had the stream boss position for a while. There's Devil Dog right there. Speak of literally the Devil Dog. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Emotion New Soul is here, another beloved and dedicated moderator. He is a talented singer-songwriter, producer, and performer, if I said that correctly. And then let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Oh, I didn't realize I was making a mistake there. I think I said that on the last live stream too. It's Jerry from Butler Family Farm with Belt Loop 29, Gary. I was thinking Devil Dog. It's just those guys, they were all on a live stream together a week or two ago, and I hopped in on that because they were just having a good time. I just wanted to jump on with them, and we were just having a good time. So forgive me, I didn't mean to get that wrong, but cool either way. Devil Dog, Belt Loop 29, Jerry from Butler Family Farm, they all appear to be good friends to me. They have a lot of fun together, but they all share ins and outs of their YouTube journeys as well. So just please correct me if I'm wrong again, if we want to clarify for everybody, but that's a cool collaboration they've got coming up. Charlene Heel is in the house. She's another dear friend. She's got a few channels, actually. We usually talk about a couple of them. I finally caught Fairbrick Studio the other day. They're here with us frequently. They've been a friend of a couple of years now. Could be, is it 3 years now? I remember saying a couple of years, but I think, I'm not sure if we're on the second year or 3 years now. I feel like they came into the Tuber Chat family around this time, meaning time of year. And I could be wrong about that too. Essential Irish Queen, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I think I just watched a video from you earlier today when I was going through my catch-up list. Forgive me if I'm wrong. We'll find out when we look at your channel. They happen to be a member as well. And then, I don't want to correct this. Yes, Devil Dog. But actually, they're always willing to share information. So right after we did that, well, right after you guys did that live stream that I hopped in on, I had to use StreamYard for something the other day and was on there exploring some of the features again and found a couple of new things I didn't realize were there, which is cool. Like it'll make project files for you for DaVinci or for Adobe or for Final Cut Pro and this and that. That is fantastic because that might save me a headache on a video I've been struggling with, as a matter of fact, where the audio is all over the place. But they share information all the time. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a very special channel, and this is a one-of-a-kind. And what I mean by a special channel, we can get messages to and from Santa Claus on this channel. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. If you haven't seen one of these, this is what I'm talking about. How cool is that to be able to get a message to or from Santa Claus? Once you see these, you will see that they are really heartwarming videos, like the idea behind what's happening here. There's shorts on the channel as well, several of these, and then there's live streams on the channel also. So a very cool idea. 415 subscribers, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're going to be thinking about. That's obviously another important and exciting milestone. And then they will be thinking about 1,000 soon enough. But the Numismaniac is not new to YouTube. They've been with us for many, many years. The skipper on this channel has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter from Edmonton, Alberta. Very community focused, and I mean that in the traditional sense. You get the idea from some of the things they've got on their banner here, but as you dig through the channel, you'll get an idea of what they do in their community as well. So they will help us understand numismatic collectible coins, like I talked about with Nikki Silver Stacker earlier, and then some precious metals as well. They've got shorts over here, and there's the skipper right there. More collectibles. They've got that winter weather here, because of course they can bring us all 4 seasons, getting into 1,700 on one of these shorts videos, which is cool to see. And then live streams, and I've caught them many times. They often have different friends in StreamYard panels like this, or they're bringing challenges on their channel. I've seen them do giveaways before. I've seen them do that in an educational way where they give you a challenge, you go and complete it, and then you're part of a giveaway. And the Numismaniac has a lot of history on their channel for us to learn from as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've been a member here for as long as I can remember. I think they just put a highlighted milestone message. Didn't it say 34 months of membership, I think? Can you imagine, for anybody that's not monetized yet or has just become monetized, you will likely, we all will have people who will be supporting us in that way years into the future, not just months. And, you know, I don't want anybody to get too hung up on individual members, individual super chats and things like that. Nobody has an unlimited budget. Members come and go all the time. I often see creators change memberships. Even I do it, actually. Once in a while, I'll find somebody, let's say on my personal channel, if I'm out watching YouTube things that are outside the Tuber Chat family, I'll grab a membership on somebody's channel, and then I'll move after a few months, once their channel hits a few thousand subscribers, move to another channel and things like that. And then, you know, I handle that in a certain way here, but it's great that we have gifted memberships and things like that as well. So, Sarah Prestwood says they have a few channels, which is interesting to know. Many creators here have more than one. Now, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend starting more than one channel. I have a long speech for what we can think about doing if we're considering starting a second or any other channel. But if you already have them, then it's interesting to know. Emotion, New Soul, my dear goodness, what a dear friend. Freddie is dropping us a handful of gifted memberships. Again, he's done that kind of thing countless times before. He's been a beloved and dedicated moderator probably for 5 years now, or close to it. We'll put his channel up next, but I spun the wheel already, so we'll look at Crystal Sparkle, and then we'll get to this talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer who does have 2 channels. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So most people here will know that I have 2 other channels, essentially. You know, I say us and we and you know, this and that, but we have a copyright-free music channel where we've got about 60 songs, right? And essentially we own them, right? Like I own the rights to that music. I used to understand, you know, I used to work in music, so I understand it. But we have that available as copyright-free music, so anybody can use it in their videos and live streams. It's on every major platform. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on when you're making Instagram reels and TikTok videos and YouTube shorts and everything else. But I also have a personal channel, and for anybody that knows me well, or us well enough, knows that I'm always behind on my personal channel. Tuber Chat is #1. For me, I try to stay consistent here. We're on every 3 days or so. But boy, am I ever behind on the other channels all the time. So I'm still determining what we're going to do with that copyright-free music channel. I'm thinking about starting up 24-hour live streams again in a different way. Now that we're so close to the end of the year, it's so easy to say maybe we'll do it in January. So I'll think about it. The idea is to possibly run 24-hour live streams in a vertical format like we used to do, but without the video game, and then occasionally do landscape or horizontal live streams that we're used to over there for an hour at a time with the video game and everything else. So a mix of both, but we'll see. I gotta go check monetization because I don't want to look at it. I know we're probably demonetized again, but we'll get it back in no time. Piper Robin, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And you caught me at the end of a speech, so I'm laughing. That's why. Leonard Mountain Homestead, if I didn't already say hello, thank you for being here. I've got you on the wheel. And what we're looking at right now is Crystal Sparkle. I also see Demoose Barbecue coming in. I'm going to put them on the wheel, and we'll look at what Crystal Sparkle is doing, including a Vlogmas series. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that. Just Jason Keto actually made me laugh out loud. Devil Dog, yeah, we use stream avatars. If you haven't already seen that, I imagine you might have, but we have that. And it's cool because people can play in the chat. It's kind of weird because there's always a delay. So, like, you hit the button to make your character jump, and it jumps like 20 seconds later. But it's fun either way. And there's a few things in there. And then... I was just about to also say, yeah, Just Jason Keto, 24 hours of Whack-A-Troll is basically the way that works. Of course, you know me, I'll put everything way too tight and not get the subscribers that we're all used to seeing in those vertical live streams, but we'd get enough anyway. Sports with Wolfie, good to see you in the house. I just caught them for a live stream. Was that today or yesterday? I can't remember if I caught Sports with Wolfie today or if it was last night. The days blend into each other for me somehow. Crystal Sparkle is very excited about Vlogmas. This creator participates and is excited to see other people's Vlogmas content. And once in a while, we have a link that drops through the chat to talk about that Vlogmas content. So basically the idea is there's a community post. I put it out a couple of weeks ago, so it's kind of tough to find, but you can scroll and find it. And it gives everybody an opportunity to let everybody else know with a comment that you're doing Vlogmas so that other people can hopefully bookmark the link to the post and then go back and see. And then the idea is that a lot of people who enjoy Vlogmas content can catch content from each other. That idea was really inspired by Crystal Sparkle because she keeps asking, right? Like for 2 years now, how other people are doing Vlogmas so that she can catch it, and then she does it herself, which is really, really cool. So I wanted to do something where everybody can get together in that way. Traditionally, what she does on her channel, though, is brings us to conventions that feature a lot of cosplay and are My Little Pony focused. This, My Little Pony has had its run. I'm old enough to remember the original My Little Ponies when I used to play with my sister as children. I'd come with my G.I. Joes and Transformers and be fighting her with her Barbies and My Little Ponies and stuff like that. But they've had bursts of success over the years, the Brony situation and things like that. But Crystal Sparkle shares with us these conventions. They feature a lot of friendship, a lot of togetherness. There's panels, there's performers, there's dance parties, and all the things we expect from conventions. She happens to be from Wisconsin, and this creator, in between different live streams, has brought us something that I thought was a little bit special here. Jeremy D-Day will relate to this. He's from Michigan as well. But if you haven't already seen what they do at New Year's, this is just a 15-minute, not even 15-minute live stream replay. I would recommend anybody watch that because that's really cool. I thought it was fun. Shorts on this channel, these have now gotten into 18,000 views, and a new one has gotten into 19,000, which is really, really cool. So check that out. They just put that out recently. I'm always excited to see that. We notice it because I always look at the shorts page for every channel, and then we get to see the videos move into position as they become more popular and get their views. So very excited for Crystal Sparkle. She is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And so is Emotion New Soul. Like I said, they've been a beloved and dedicated moderator here for many years. I'm going to put their channel up right now because they just gifted another 5 memberships. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I see they're set up on Sunday. They're going to do a live stream. Actually, I'm assuming that's a live performance, but I'm unsure. Emotion New Soul most often does live streams that are live performances of his original works. But this creator sometimes does compilations as well. But I'm going to set the notification for that right now. And that's even though we have the notification bell on for the channel, of course. Now, Emotion New Soul has done that kind of thing many times before. You can see this as a dynamic creator. Typically on his channel, what he does is features his original music in music videos. I'm just going to grab this video. I see that he's put this out as kind of a teaser or trailer for the live stream. And then he's got traditional shorts on the channel as well. He rounds out the content with reaction videos and the compilations I was talking about, small amounts of behind the scenes as well. And then Emotion New Soul has a second channel called Writing with Emotion New Soul. And this is complimentary, but this is where we get to see the man behind the music and how the music is made. As a matter of fact, he brings us his Logic Pro setup and compilations over here as well, possibly live performances when we think about live streaming, a bit of random content in the shorts but getting close to 1,000 views. And then he has got videos over here, and he rounds these out with a few reactions and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Writing with Emotion New Soul, working on 800 subscribers on this complimentary channel. And if you haven't already heard Emotion New Soul before, what I have found from the moment I met this creator here in the Tuber Chat family so many years ago is that I feel like I had already heard him a million times before. And I believe it's not just because of his soulful voice, but because of the years of songwriting that goes along with that. And I think you'll feel the same when you hear his music for the first time if you haven't seen him before. So I hope everybody will connect with him. And then Booby Goats, let me see what you're saying there. Can't remix your live stream. And forgive me, because I haven't done any remixing, and this is what I mean about learning every day from different creators. Is it possible we just can't remix our own stuff? Is that why? I wonder if I'm understanding right, and forgive me if I'm mistaken and not getting the context correct there. But I was looking through some of that stuff today and seeing like the ability to remix, the ability to do reactions and things. YouTube's got so many features now for these shorts videos. And then oh, it has to be turned on for remixing, says Elevate Me to You. Yeah, Booby Goat says they've got it on, but maybe it didn't want to work. Maybe you have to refresh after or something like that. Shouldn't work in 2025, but sometimes that's the answer to just about everything. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Matthew's Bushcraft is coming up. Elevate Me to You actually gives us help with our YouTube channel in their content. And then Emotion New Soul has got the ability to remix, so that's interesting. I'll have to look into it. I usually experiment with everything, so at least I know how it works, but I haven't tried that yet. So I'll have to see. Maybe I'll try remixing somebody's short or something like that. Pardon me. I think what we're going to do, we're going to look at Matthew's Bushcraft, and forgive me because I'm sure Matthew's Bushcraft is as excited as anybody to have their channel up on the screen right now. But what we're going to do is take a break. I'll rest my voice for a few seconds. We'll go for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from that interview series that I keep talking about. So we watched an upcoming episode in a clip recently. That's from the 6th episode, which I've yet to put up. I'll probably get that up hopefully in January, right after the holidays. And then I'll play a clip right now from the first episode ever, and this is actually the first clip that we saw ever, and this is from Two Pineapples, just one of the 6 guests that I've interviewed so far, talking about how they got over 10,000 subscribers. we've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at the 4,000, when you're at 4,000 subscribers, aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
here we're looking at a channel that's got a brand new avatar and a new banner as well. And this is another creator who's been with us for what I think is several years now. Matthew's Bushcraft is part of the Big Family Expedition channel, but he's got his own channel where he's teaching us about survival skills, and they're basically ideas that anybody can learn, which is, I think, is a great hook, as a matter of fact. And Matthew's Bushcraft has been at this, like I said, for 3 years. This creator started this channel. They've been with us for at least 2 of those years, I'm pretty certain. When we look at what they're doing, they give us a great mix, and then they might take us on an outing or an outdoor adventure as well. And Matthew's Bushcraft has got shorts on the channel that are starting to really move. My goodness, 2,000, 2,200, 2,800 views, which is great to see. And it has to be exciting, right, for anybody at all. I get excited too when you have a video and it overtakes the last one that you put up or does better than you thought. And I imagine the excitement in creators every time that kind of thing is happening, where you're raising the bar on your own channel. So I look forward to seeing more of that. When we look at Matthew's Bushcraft, we see getting close to 250 subscribers, which is great to see, and hopefully we'll push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. And you see that they mention survival skills that people of all ages can learn, and outdoor adventures to go along with that. Like I said, you'll find Matthew's Bushcraft with the Big Family Expedition. I think, and forgive me, because if I've said this before and you've corrected me and I'm still saying the wrong thing, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think what happened is Matthew's Bushcraft found us, and then Big Family Expedition, the family channel, came in because of that, if I'm not mistaken, as opposed to anybody would assume it would be the other way around, right? A family channel finds Superchat and then one of the individual members has a channel. But this is really cool, so I'll be interested to see the channel update from these creators. They have, this is an interesting story, the second one of its kind that we've heard of similarly, but this is a family that was living on the road, and then they kind of stayed put for a little while, added another family member, and then they've hit the road again, and they built a schoolie into a RV and permanent home for the family, which is really, really cool. And you get to see the whole build, and you get to see them take off, and this is really interesting vacation. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,800, 11,000 views on one. That one's still getting views, I think, because I feel like I remember when it was 10,000. And then live streams are something they've done in the past as a series. We'll see if they're going to bring those back, and they're working on 1,500 subscribers now, so we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then Matthew's Bushcraft is asking for anybody who's thinking about survival skills and things like that to mention them. Matthew's Bushcraft, you know what's one thing, not so much a suggestion, because I know you've already done some of this, but when I was in Boy Scouts, when I was young, obviously, I did not too terribly with tying knots. I think wreath knot is the only one that I remember, but I still use it today. Not for very much. I don't do much that I need ropes and knots for. But I remember that being an interest back in the day. Yeah, Jesse Journals and Unboxes, I can see you in the chat. And then Rambling with the Brooms, thank you for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then, so here's another idea. This is really like kind of for anybody, but The holidays are coming up. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but it seems to me that probably most people here in the Tuber Chat family celebrate in some way. I know there's different holidays, different religious things and things like that, but it's a time of year where a lot of people are getting a lot of gifts as well. So one of the ideas then is, if you find yourself lucky enough to receive something from anybody at all that can be unboxed and reviewed, I would suggest something like that. And there's a couple of benefits to this, so I'll try to keep the speech short, but this is the truth. When we think about monetization, right, there's a couple of benefits to doing product reviews if they are suitable for your niche, genre, or channel in general. Like always, I say anybody should film anything, and then if you don't want to use it, you don't use it, but everything's on the table as an idea. So what I recommend then is, if you can do product reviews, what happens is you will soon get those products for free. You can start by just reviewing things you already have. You can do a revisit of, if you've got a tablet or an older phone, is it still worth using? An iPhone 11 in 2026, that kind of thing, right? But unboxings and product reviews lead to more of the same. So for somebody like Matthew's Bushcraft, for instance, they're teaching survival skills, but there are plenty of companies with plenty of products for outdoor adventures that would be willing to sponsor channels, even if it just starts out with free products to begin with. And you have to think about that, age restrictions and stuff. I don't know if it's a thing, but you know what I mean. But otherwise, basically what can happen is anybody can start getting into that kind of thing. And if product reviews are something that interests anybody here, I know it does a few people, what I have found in my experience, I've done several product reviews on my own. I have produced videos for other channels that I've been running up until about a year ago that we're doing product reviews as well. Plenty of products for free. That allows you also to reference links to for affiliate programs like Amazon in your descriptions. People don't have to buy the thing you're reviewing for you to make your percentage of income off of that, whether it's 1% or 2%. It doesn't change the price for anybody, but you get your 1 or 2 or 3% depending on the category. And essentially what you can do, let's just say a company sent you a product, but you don't really care about it. You're not going to use it. You can review it, put it back in the box, and sell it on eBay for 70% of its price and monetize in that way. It was a free product in the first place. I can tell everybody here, the very first time that I did a product review or was involved in a product review where it was paid, they gave $100 for 2 versions of a video, and I never had so much headache with a video in my life. And it really wasn't that bad. It's just that they asked for, like, can you do another version, and can you take this out, and can you add this, and can you not put the thumbs up thing, and that kind of stuff. But sometimes these companies will use your product review videos as their featured video on their Amazon pages, and I've had that done for myself as well. I can't remember for the life of me which one of the product reviews, but my video is the Amazon video, right? So that can help as well. And then, yeah, you can reach out to brands. Lots of people here are already involved. So if you see product reviews from somebody you like and trust and have a friendship with, you could also think about reaching out to them. And then Brand Connect is something that YouTube's been pushing a little bit more lately for countries that have it enabled. And they've got other platforms out there as well where you can connect. It's like the Uber for creators and sponsors, basically. I just got an email today from a company that wants to send earbuds. So why wouldn't I take free earbuds and I'll do a video? Most of these companies are not even asking for the things they were years ago, where they were saying, can you say this and can you say that? Now they're like, can you just put the things on and tell people you're using them? That's really all they need. I've even done reviews where all they've done is said, here's a product, just please give us an Amazon review. You have to be careful about this because they'll ask you to purchase the product first and then they'll reimburse you. So there could be a lot of scams out there. I only did that with somebody I already knew from other product reviews, like a manager of social influencers and things like that. So it was okay. But these are the kind of things that can happen, right? And you can get free products just for writing an Amazon review. I can't imagine anything easier. Henry Leslie, Vermont, I know you've been here a few minutes. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. You would think Dash would want you to do reviews. Yeah, just Jason Keto. Not that you need me to tell you, but I'd just reach out to competitors. You know what I mean? After we've done a few things, like I'm going to start probably going after hotels now, because I got a hotel review, I think, at 10,000 views. And I happen to live in Niagara Falls, where there's 1 million hotels. The competition is extremely heavy, so I should be able to benefit from that soon, if not right away. But there's lots of that kind of thing that we can do, right? If you find success with anything at all, there's no reason why you can't get paid for it from somebody else. And again, product reviews, one of the channels I was running, or one of the creators I was running channels for, I haven't been doing that for about a year, just so, you know, we're clear. But when I had done that, that creator has made so much money from Amazon reviews, or not just Amazon reviews, the Amazon affiliate program, that they have not paid for a phone or a GoPro or a computer in years. And it really is that much money when we think about it. So if anybody wants more information, I could talk about it. We'll get into a deep dive maybe one day about it when I have more time, when we're not doing channels on Superchatter or on my personal channel. But anybody can reach out anytime as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter occasionally as well. And I always love talking YouTube and this stuff. So I'm happy to share anything I can. Yeah, that makes sense, just Jason Keto. Yeah, I would absolutely... Michael's Adventure, spin the wheel, I should. I absolutely feel like going after competitors. The idea is when we aim for the top, when we aim for number one, the biggest brands, like I don't know if anybody here can get free Nike shoes, right? Or free Under Armour gear. I don't know if that's possible. You're not going to get probably a company to give you an RV trailer, you know, because those things are $20,000 right now. My expectation is you need, and that's minimum, and I'm in Canada, but you need, you know, millions of subscribers for that. But there are lots of other companies, you know, the number 2, the number 3, the number 4. Snapple had one of my favorite marketing campaigns of all time. They said, we just want to be number 3. They know they can never beat Coke and Pepsi, so they're not even going to try. They're like, when you're not drinking Coke and Pepsi, we want you to drink our iced tea. And I used to drink tons of that stuff before I found Monster. And then Rambling with the Brooms is up on the screen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Tim Mitchell's in the house. I wonder about the idea of email addresses, right? So people can put email addresses on their about sections, and that can help sponsors find you. That's how I get any offers that I get. I barely look at them, to be honest with you. If I went through right now, I'd probably find about 10. But what I can tell everybody as well, so I've mentioned it many times today. I've been on YouTube for about 8 years, but I am one of the last people that started getting offers for product reviews. And I feel like I'm the one out of the group I'm thinking of that should be doing product reviews, because it's what I intended before I even started YouTube. And I don't know how much that makes sense, but what I mean is that creators with far fewer subscribers than I had started getting offers for product reviews and endorsements at like 800 subscribers, I think was the earliest that I remember hearing of. A free ketone monitor, and that's a cool idea. But like I said, you can review things that you buy. You can review things that you've received as a gift. I've bought most of the stuff that I've reviewed when I have videos that are into the tens of thousands of views and things like that. Like an Xbox, I bought the Xbox, but of course I reviewed it, so the video did well. I put a great thumbnail on it, but I just used their images anyway. And then a couple of tablets. I had one tablet from Huawei that did spectacularly. I think that might be my #1 video. It's over 90,000 now. I don't know if it'll hit 100 because the tablet's like 4 or 5 years old. But then Kristen Welton, my girlfriend who's here with us often, and you know, we've been together 10 years and this, that, she bought me another tablet, Amazon Fire. Was it last Christmas? I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. And that video gets 2,000 views a month right now. It's probably up now. That thing is just racing because of the popularity of the product. And these are just ideas, but you know, gifts are coming around this time of year, so everybody can think about that as well. Rambling with the Brooms is up here. The countdown is on. I'm going to be meeting up with him in less than a month, again in Toronto, probably with just Jason Keto, and likely with a few more creators, including Kristen Welton. So I'm looking forward to that. We did that last year, or a few months ago, several months ago, many months ago. Rambling with the Brooms, obviously a fellow Canadian, but he's closer to our nation's capital of Ottawa, which puts him about 6 hours away from me, maybe 8. And Rambling with the Brooms is basically bringing us homesteading content from Canada with all 4 seasons to be shared. This creator brings homesteading content where it's a mix of indoors and outdoors. But he's always been an advocate for helping other channel owners grow as well, especially when he finds channels under 100 subscribers. He likes to give them a push. He always has. He's been with us for many years, probably over 4 years now. Rambling with the Brooms is working on 4,300 subscribers. And here's some of the winter weather that comes along with those 4 seasons. 3,000, 5,000, almost 8,000 views on these shorts videos. And then live streams on the channel as well. So he's got today's stream set up. He's going to be on tonight. So I think what we'll do, actually, we're going to raid into his. Michael's Adventures has a premiere. Did I already say we're going to raid in? I think I already said we're going to raid into Michael's Adventures today. So we will. But we know that Rambling with the Brooms is going to be on also. And actually, this will be on after Michael's Adventures premiere ends, because Michael's Adventures is on for half an hour. He drops a video every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, but Scott's usually on at least for an hour, sometimes longer. I don't know if he's got a panel planned for today or if it's a chance to get to know him. He takes us on the road. He takes us on adventures. He went on the cruise that I talked about with Butler Family Farm and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa recently. And Rambling with the Brooms has been a beloved and dedicated moderator here for as long as I can remember. It's at least a couple of years now. And then when we look at travel escapes with the Brooms, we see a travel channel set up by Scott, intending on bringing more content here. So he's got a few things, like a hotel review. These are, in my opinion, really easy to do. I've got like 3 of them that I've got to post right now. In my opinion, the best idea is to do the hotel if you can, where you look at it from the front, you go through the lobby, check out the gym and arcade and pool and all that stuff if they have them, and do the room review as well. But even if you just have the room and you have no time, to get to a hotel room and literally leave your luggage on the ground right beside the door, walk in, just film the room very slowly. It can take under 3 minutes, as you can see from Scott's video here. And then you can just talk while you're filming or talk over the video afterwards. They're so easy to do, in my opinion. So I've done many of these, and they've worked out well. I'm going to try to put a couple more up. Shorts on this channel, I've gotten into 1,100 views, 2,900 on one of these, I think a newer one, and then live streams, they did one so far. We'll see if they're going to bring any more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. And forgive me for all the things I've missed in the chat. Ability to be awesome. That's Crystal Sparkle. I hope you saw your channel earlier, because I was talking about you inspiring the Vlogmas idea that I put a post up for and everything else. And thank you, everybody. I do appreciate every moment that you're here. Let's step on it. I'm going to try to speed things up now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, forgive me, I missed that. Scratch and PPA caught that. Yes, Scott caught the extra screen time today. Boy, can I talk, right? And you know what the funny thing is for real is that it doesn't stop after Tuber Chat. Like when the stream ends, then I go running into the other room and I'm like, Kristen, guess what happened on Tuber Chat? And I start talking again. And then like even through dinner today, she made dinner, even though it was early, right? Because I had to do Tuber Chat. So we're sitting there, we're eating, but the whole, like, it only takes 10 minutes to eat, but we're sitting there eating, and the whole 10 minutes, I'm like, hey, guess what? This idea, I got this thing, and it's going to be YouTube and filming and everything. And it's so funny. It never stops for me. Yes, I'm going to try to speed run the channels for real. And forgive me for all the things I miss in the chat, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. We still got a while to go. Well over half an hour before both Scott from Rambling with the Brooms goes live and Michael's Adventures drops his premiere. I've already got the redirect set up, too, by the way. Handicap Traveler is up. Bored as Heck Crafts is our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Thank you for catching that, Pete. I got to try to gain control over my rambling. It really takes conscious effort. Handicap Traveler's up on the screen right now, and this is a channel that's evolved or changed over the last couple of years. I'll leave it to you to discover that on the channel. But typically what happens is a lot of travel-based videos from a certain perspective, hence the name of the channel, Handicap Traveler, right? There's also a lot of cooking videos here, and I see they've got a food bank grocery haul in the latest one. And then very cool to see some family time happening there in one of these videos. I'm going to switch over to the shorts, though, and see all 4 seasons of content here. I keep mentioning that because I've heard time and time again, snow equals views on YouTube, because not everybody can see it. So some of these videos do really well. 2,700 views on a couple of them, and then live streams on the channel as well. This creator goes live on the last Friday of every month. They are going to do a special one on what we call Boxing Day here. So yeah, that is the last Friday of the month. And they did a special Thanksgiving one a couple days early last month. But it gives us a chance to get to know the creator behind the channel and catch up with them, see what they've got coming up, especially now when they're thinking about next year. So hopefully everybody will connect with Handicap Traveler. They've got another channel for me to show you quickly called Sir Dank for Jesus. And this is where they're bringing spiritual inspiration. You get an idea right away as soon as we... Oh, if I spell it right, it comes up. Sir Dan for Jesus could have been it. Sir Dank for Jesus. This, you can tell by the thumbnails exactly what's happening here. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. And they're at 120 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Are you putting up today's video ability to be awesome? That's Crystal Sparkle. We looked at her channel. I can't remember if the video... Why do I think it said 16 hours ago? Does that make sense, or am I mistaken about that? It was a few minutes ago that we looked at your channel. It might have been half an hour. But I thought you had today's video. I can't for the life of me remember, or if that's coming up. If that's what you mean. And forgive me, because I'm doing what I always do. I'm reading the chat. I don't understand the context, and I'm trying to take part in the conversation. I miss so much that goes on in the chat, but I do appreciate the pleasant things people say. So Borders Heck Crafts, this is a second channel now. Third, actually, but second channel from our Georgia Suburban Homestead. I see they got another video here, so I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about, where a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. struggling to get it on the playlist now. But we see they got a few videos to get the channel started with. It's a brand new channel, so 13 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know it's an exciting and important milestone, even though our Georgia Suburban Homestead has been through that at least once. Oh, my dear goodness. I haven't been programming. I keep talking about the fact that I happen to be a computer programmer as well, somewhere between amateur and intermediate. But when I was computer programming many years ago, I was typing all the time, so lightning fast, but I make a lot of mistakes, so I have to back. I'm sure you can hear that, but I'm struggling today. And then our Georgia Suburban Homestead obviously is going to bring us homesteading, but they have a special message. They want to inspire us to grow our own food, even if we live in a residential neighborhood. We certainly can. It's a great form of civil disobedience, as they like to say. But our Georgia Suburban Homestead will share us the aspects of their homesteading, a mix of outdoor content, a little bit indoors as well, shorts on the channel exactly like we'd expect in line with their long form content, with a bit of variety getting into 5,300, 5,900, 10,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So sometimes they've got a guest on StreamYard panels, sometimes it's our Georgia Suburban Homestead giving us a chance to get to know them. We'll see if they're going to bring more live streams. They just did one a month ago. I'm sorry I missed that one. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, but hopefully we'll see if they're going to do another one again. 3 years, according to YouTube. Yeah, it makes sense. When we look at the About section, we'll see when a channel was started. But see, like this is what happened to me as well. Signing up for YouTube and starting an account versus starting a channel. Some of us have had accounts for years and years and years. I can't remember how long my other channel had been started. I never put any videos up until about 8 years ago or whatever it is, 7 years ago. I started doing other people's channels and then started mine a year later. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Super Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then I Am Betty J Gathers, another beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us for many years as well, working on 3,800 subscribers now. This is another creator that's going to help inspire and motivate us. A lot of the content here has to do with healthy eating, healthy living. Essentially, this creator is living her best life over 60, although I find that all of her content can relate to anybody. I Am Betty J Gathers is always smiling, always laughing, always having a good time, but she's done a lot of vlogging, which means she brings us into her home, she brings us into her life, she takes us out on the road as well. She's collaborated with lots of other creators, and I mention this all the time, but Crystal Sparkle, there she is featured in a thumbnail right there, and she inspired I Am Betty J Gathers to do a series of interviews, and these are last year around this time. As a matter of fact, I was part of that series as well, for which I was grateful. I Am Betty J Gathers has been known to have lots and lots of guests on her channel, though, always laughing, always having a good time. There's Canadian Family Life, lots of other familiar faces here, and I Am Betty J Gathers does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she's streaming, even if it's just her giving us updates and keeping the conversation going. And yes, we got to motivate Betty to get more content out. She's still doing shorts. She's actually been known to do over 365 shorts in a row, but some of these are starting to really move. And you can see that lately she's doing more. Like, there's many here, 8, 9, and 10,000 views featuring just the creator, and then now she's got a few more. Look at this, 36,000, 40,000, 56,000 views. So her channel's moving as well. I remember not too long ago saying she's past 3,000 because it's such an important marker. I mentioned that as a really telling milestone. If somebody can get to 3,000 subscribers organically, then I personally expect that they will get to 10,000 if they want to, and eventually 100,000 if they want to. Millions can be questionable just because that can take years as well. Even 100,000 can take years, but we never really know. She's just making the channel move right now with those shorts videos, so that's interesting to see. And then Leonard Mountain Homestead is coming up. So what we'll do right now, I've blown it with my voice today. I must be going too far. So I'm going to give it a rest for a few minutes. We won't play any more clips for today, but we'll just go for 3.5 minutes and come right back. All right, pardon me, I needed a quick second. We're almost back with Leonard Mountain Homestead. We'll see what they've got going on. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then, yeah, I see what you're saying, Matt and Mouse, about chatbots. I'm assuming that you're talking about Nightbot and Botrix and things like that. I'm unsure, though, if there was something you were thinking about when it comes to those things. Elevate Me to You, I didn't realize you were still here. I did put another couple of channels on the wheel, though. I've got Vintage Style by Joe and Fuzzy Adventures 1990 on there. And pardon me, my allergies today have been driving me bonkers. When we look at Leonard Mountain Homestead, we see they're working on 2,400 subscribers. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here. Limo ride to see Christmas lights. Sounds like a cool adventure. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that gives me a chance to keep or get caught up with channels. Leonard Mountain Homestead, of course, part of the homesteading community, but they bring lots of variety in their videos and a chance to really get to know them, including live streams. They've got like grids of friends in panels on a lot of live streams. I haven't caught you for a live stream. When did I thought I just caught you for a live stream. Was it that long ago? Longer than I thought. They've got a couple that are coming up. So they got one on Tuesday. They got one on Wednesday. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. And they're both at times. I should be able to catch you. I'm deciding what to do about the live stream for Monday. I'm probably going to move it. I'm going to find out before the end of tonight. And then figure out whether we're putting it on Sunday or Tuesday. And then, oh yeah, Matt and Mouse, not yet. I have a feeling one of them will probably come up with that kind of ability eventually. There was a platform I was using, I can't remember the name of it, I gotta try to remember, and what I was doing was these trivia live streams on my personal channel. What it allows you is to have an AI host. I know that's very different than what you're talking about right now, but just to give you an idea of where things were at last year, or the year before, I can't remember when I was doing that. The AI host was interacting with the trivia game, but what it was doing was like giving the answer to the question while it was asking the question. It was kind of really weird. So it wasn't quite there yet. I have a feeling that's what we're going to see when Nightbot and Streamlabs and Botrix start to add AI in if they haven't already. I haven't seen it yet, but I haven't been looking either. I got to go explore and see if they're going to do that. I have been looking into ways to do other things or interact with them in a better way in the chat to bring information that we haven't basically seen before. At least I haven't seen before in anybody's chats. But that takes some programming and some webhooks and things like that. But we'll see. I wonder how they will be. Leonard Mountain Homestead, so they go live frequently, actually. Yeah, a couple times a week, it looks like. At least once a week, but it looks like twice a week. So I'll be looking forward to these two. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Like I said, I got the notifications on for those streams, as well as the notification bell on for the channel. And I've heard that too, Matt and Mouse. Can you imagine what that means for music? There might be more AI-generated music out there than there was ever music. Made by humans ever. Now, I don't know how much that stuff's going to be able to be detected. You know, YouTube wants to make claims that they can detect AI content. Excuse me, and I know there was a big sweep of channels and things like that had something to do with AI. I'm unsure about that. But the mess comes in the fact that they're training each other. So I use ChatGPT and I actually pay for it again. I wasn't for a while, but I couldn't stand not having it. I use it every day. So I am using the pro version of it. But what I found last year, and I think it's better now, is that the longer a conversation goes on, like one conversation with the chatbot, it starts to seem to get dumber. And it just like starts to fall apart and not realize what it's doing. I don't know if that's true and if it's improved or not, because I keep my conversations shorter now. As soon as I start splitting ideas, I just start a new chat and I put these things in folders or projects, as we call them on ChatGPT. But the idea is like now, so much of the training for the models might also be hitting a lot of AI generated content. So, you know, I don't know how we're going to fix that, but they're working on it. Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now from New Brunswick. This is Tiffany. This is a family channel, so she's got a different kind of video here, a thrift store haul. She's typically known for food bank grocery hauls, a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, and a lot of family togetherness on this channel. They've gotten into a lot of product reviews, a bit of vlogging on the channel. She's got a Vlogmas series happening right now, so this is what's going on every day here. And then Canadian Family Life, they have an impeccable container garden. There's her husband Chris, he's got his own channel. Bella and Alex hop in and out of lots of the videos as well, so everybody gets involved. Sometimes it's husband and wife challenges, sometimes it's crafting with the kids, and Canadian Family Life does a bit of live streaming as well. I think I took the latest video and put that in my catch-up list. Did I? Yes. And then Canadian Family Life live streams occasionally. She's usually on every month or two, but she'll have a flood of support in her channel because she's here with us regularly, but also out supporting other people in premieres and live streams. I think I run into Tiffany every day in somebody's channel at least once. And then shorts on the channel here, 3,000, 5,000, won over 6,000 views, which is great to see. And then I mentioned the idea of her husband having a channel as well. So Chris's Creation Fun is where we get do-it-yourself videos. He's intending on putting out a couple of videos a month. And he's gotten into 3D printing, some solar equipment. He's working on the grow lights for the container garden there, and more do-it-yourself videos are expected. Plus some shorts. He started already. One of them's on the way towards 400 views. So hopefully we'll see more, and then they'll continue to grow. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So I'm just looking at the search results here. You notice that Just Jason Keto pops up right away. So this was done a week ago. I haven't watched it yet. I ran it. I'm going to go back and watch it. But about a year ago, in a little bit more than that, Just Jason Keto did one of these Homestead Hangout live streams, which is a bit of a different type of content for his channel. But he introduced us to Matt and Mouse, fellow Canadians, and a couple of other creators as well. Matt and Mouse, I just see this video right here, and this is on another channel. I wonder what the collaboration is here, if that's the case. I'm just curious more than anything else, because you're clearly mentioned, but it's another channel. That's wicked, if it's what I think it is. Matt and Mouse, they take their channel very seriously. So you see they've got a website. If you look at that, that's professional as well. I was taken away with this channel right away as soon as I discovered them after Just Jason Keto sent them over here. And Matt and Mouse, they have a wonderful chemistry between them. But they have this cabin, and literally in the woods, not too far from the water, and it's 149 square feet. I keep referencing this one video. It is shocking how comfy and cozy they have made a cabin of that size. And I'm, for some reason, always attracted to this kind of thing. I don't know why. I don't desire to live in the woods or anything like that, but I love cottages and cabins and tiny homes and even RV trailers and things like that for some reason. I always look at them. I just find it interesting, you know. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This looks like cooking video, so that'll be interesting to see. How do you cook in a cabin that size? And then they show us some of the caveats to being out there, like they got to worry about internet connection. Of course, you got to think about water and other ideas. Shorts have on this channel gotten into 1,600, 1,700 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this is the Homestead Hangout that they did with Just Jason Keto and a few other creators. So did I miss it and there's two parts to this? I'm curious about that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Matt and Mouse. That video is complicated. Yeah, interesting. There's oh, did you do both? Is that why? Pardon me while I look at this. And it won't roll over for me. One of them is. That's horizontal. I wonder if they did. Yeah, they did vertical. One of the things that I keep forgetting to mention for anybody that hasn't seen this yet, I know it's popular. Lots of creators are doing it. We've probably all seen it. But the system, if you're using StreamYard to do a vertical and a horizontal stream at the same time, will add the little iPhone emoji so that denotes for people the fact that it's vertical. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I shared it in dual aspect. That was really cool. Yeah, I didn't catch that because Jason put it up. Did Jason do it in both? I think Jason only did it in horizontal. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. And then Scratch and PPA is coming up right now, known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Scratch and PPA, another fellow Canadian, is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When I mentioned the idea of a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, Scratch and PPA is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 8 years on YouTube. Now, we've only had Tuber Chat for 5.5 of those years, but Scratch and PPA has been here almost from the very beginning, over 800 times, if you can imagine that. And, you know, I have no choice but to literally look at this guy and thank God and ask, like, you know, how could we be so lucky to have somebody so supportive? Anybody that's already connected to him will say he's one of their most supportive supporters, if not the most, you know what I mean? Let's be honest, we all know what I'm talking about. But he seems to be everywhere all the time. Most of us don't know how he does it. I usually keep a monitor going with 4 different windows with live streams and premieres and sometimes a playlist. And still, Scratch and PPA, I run into him every single day supporting other people. Now, he has got an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching on his channel, and there's something exciting happening right now, actually. But he's known for pitting 2 lottery tickets against each other and then giving us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. There's a lesson in there about how you can use the outside social networks to bring in traffic and interactivity into your video series. So I hope everybody will take inspiration from Scratch and PPA. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and if you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family, faster than what we have here, faster than most others that we see. Very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And then when we look at the expansion in content on his channel, he gave us a teaser video a couple of weeks ago talking about Italian scratch cards. A couple of years ago, he took a trip to Italy and brought us some Italian lottery tickets, along with a lot of vlogging style shorts videos that showed us around all the areas he visited. But he recently returned to Italy and brought back some more Italian lottery tickets in content for us, and I just watched all of these today. I'd seen a couple of them already, but I watched these, and this is another fast-paced, high-energy series. So lottery ticket scratching is a huge genre and category on YouTube, but I hope everybody will catch these. And he's got a playlist set up. He's got many playlists set up. He splits up his content for swapping playlists with people, but he's got a shorts playlist as well. So for 22 minutes, he's got a chance to look around Italy and a lot of these lottery tickets as well. And he brought us his very first live stream a couple years ago from Italy. I was lucky enough to be in the chat at the time. This creator's always had presentation at the forefront of his mind, so his bright, beautiful avatars matched by content in his thumbnails that give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 5.5 years ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. If you haven't already, we'd love to push him towards the 2,600 subscribers we know he's thinking about. Makeup Mom and Son, forgive me, I saw you come in. I haven't said hello. I did put you on the wheel though. Fuzzy Adventures 1990 is coming up, and it's time for me, it's time for me to drop the link for Michael's Adventures premiere. We know Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is going live as well, right at the same time, and Scott will be on after Michael's Adventures premiere ends. I already have the redirect set up, but let me put a link in the chat for everyone. And what we'll do is, we still got a few minutes. We can go over time by a few minutes if we need to. Michael's Adventures premiere will go for half an hour, but I'll come over there as well, and then we can continue connecting both in his channel and Scott's channel, because they're both moderators here, and they both allow connections and encourage them in the same way we do here in Superchat. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Pardon me again, my allergies are driving me nuts. One of the things it does, it makes my eyes itchy, and then I try so desperately not to scratch them or rub them because it makes it worse, you know what I mean? And I use all that Visine stuff and every other thing, but it's a temporary fix. Fuzzy Adventures and More is up on the screen. 251 subscribers. They're putting out quite a bit of content right now. It looks like they're almost doing a Vlogmas style series. I'm just going to grab the latest video. They're letting us look at some Christmas lights in their area, and I always enjoy seeing that kind of thing. Fuzzy Adventures and More essentially brings what I would almost consider homesteading content. A lot of outdoor footage here. Shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 1,500 views on one of them, which is great to see. And then they've got another channel. And what I'll do is I'll put in New Horizons Above and Beyond. And when we look at New Horizons Above and Beyond, we see similar content, a lot of outdoor footage here. So they're kind of complementary channels in my opinion. I'm just going to grab the latest sunset video, put that into my catch-up list here. New Horizons Above and Beyond, Fuzzy Adventures is here with us just about every single day, for which I'm grateful. I don't expect it from everyone, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. They've always got new plans for the channel. They keep us updated. They update their About section frequently. They've got 2,400 views on a couple of these shorts videos and a few live streams as experiments. They expect to bring us more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So hopefully we'll catch these live streams from each other as well. Makeup Mom and Son is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. There's that link again for anybody that wants to hit Michael's Adventures premiere. The chat's already running, of course, and then, like I said, we will be allowed and encouraged to connect the same way we do here. And I know Jeremy D-Day was in the house. I'm not sure if he's still listening, but just let me know if you're still here. This is Michelle, Makeup Mom and Son. Her son Caden is featured on the channel. He's got his own channel. We'll look at that as well. She's been another beloved and dedicated moderator for the last almost 5 years. I think it's more than 5 years, actually. She was here right from the beginning, and then, or close to it. And then Makeup Mom and Son. I see the channel's growing rapidly, and she's still putting out videos fairly frequently. She just did another shopping haul yesterday. I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list to make sure I catch up a little bit. I can see I'm behind, actually. And Makeup Mom and Son started with a lot of get ready with me type videos, got into a lot of product reviews. She does taste test challenges and really elaborate looks when it comes to makeup, especially Halloween themed. She gets involved in things like Vlogtober and series and things like that. When we look at some of these, they've moved into 37,000. One of these shorts at 191,000. My dear goodness, I didn't even realize that was still climbing. And then live streams. She's done a million of these before. I've been fortunate to be on panel with her several times, including in this interview series that she did. She included me there along with a lot of interesting friends, familiar faces. There's Danielle and James from one of the episodes that we did of our interview series. They joined me for that, so you recognize them. Hilda DC, one of our beloved and dedicated moderators. There's Corinne's Life as well, Corinne Pierce. And we've done many live streams where I've hopped in with them. I always enjoyed those live streams, and I think about that sometimes, actually, when I think about maybe bringing some of those back. Let's spin the wheel, and we'll get another channel coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Coming right down to the end of my voice now, actually. I'm going to look at Sarah Prestwood in a second. And they do a few different things, actually. I think they mentioned they got a few channels, too. Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen. This is a creator. I was taken away with her content right away as soon as she started coming into the Tuber Chat live streams. And let me see how long ago that was. I could give it a guess, but it's more than a year now. Maybe just more than a year. But yeah, the first video is from a year ago, so it must be close. Vintage Style by Joe does a lot of work with scraps of materials and fabrics, but she does a lot more than that. So there's plenty of content where she's showing us how to utilize a lot of the things that might be passed by, but she makes really vibrant, colorful, interesting things. She tends to turn ordinary things into vibrant, colorful, handmade or homemade things around the house. I've seen her make some gift bags more than once. I've seen her take a simple trash bin and turn that into a beautiful almost piece of art for the sewing room. She tends to get involved in a lot of creating with abundant numbers of pieces. If that makes any sense. You look at a quilt like this, it might be 500 pieces. There's a pillow in this video that I talk about all the time that could be 150 pieces if I'm not mistaken. And then she also got the jump on Christmas and autumn content. She's got another, oh, look at this, rustic Christmas gift tags is a great idea. And then she did another pillow. There it is right there, you can see. And I love handmade looking things. I think more and more as life goes on, I think I appreciate these things more and more. Some of the people in my family have been crafty over the years as well. Now I have a new appreciation for that stuff because so many of our YouTube friends are bringing this stuff forward, if that makes sense. 2,200, 2,600, 2,900 views on some of these shorts videos, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. I've caught Joe many times, so it's been about a month. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon, but you can see she's a dynamic host. She does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she's streaming. And Vintage Style by Joe is here with us frequently. She's working on 2,700 subscribers. We'd love to push this creator a little bit farther towards that milestone. Let me have a look at what she's got going on here. Oh, a scrap as a tree pillow. Let me see what this one is. I'm just going to see if I can find it. I tend not to play videos. That one looks, that's the one that you did before, but what has she got here? Oh, more pillowcases. The green one is the one I was talking about from the other video. Oh, look at this. This is what she's talking about. That's fantastic stuff. I can only imagine the work that goes into that, because I haven't made anything like this. I've done the tiniest amount of sewing and things like that in my life. We were forced to do it when I was in school, so we made a couple of things. I could do a really terrible job of fixing like a pair of jeans if I had to, but that's about the extent of my skill level. Vintage Style by Joe, much different as we can see. But she's making beautiful, vibrant, colorful things, like I said. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Memories and must-haves. Good to see you here. They have got a membership, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We're going to look at Sarah Prestwood right now, and this is a channel I'm still getting to know. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yeah, I definitely need to stay in my lane, that's for sure. I once made a video of how to change your battery in my truck, and found out afterwards that like technology's changed, so you got to worry about the computer and resetting the controller and all that. I don't know any of that stuff, so I had to take the video down because I don't want people ruining their car batteries by following my video. And it was unfortunate because it got a few thousand views as well. The master of all movies, Prestwood DVD collector. So this is Sarah Prestwood we see in the chat. There's a brand new channel for me. Now I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then we'll spin the wheel. Michael's Adventures premiere just started. I just dropped another link for that. Everybody's free to go over there right away. The chat's already running. We will go through a couple more channels here, and I'll come over afterwards so that I can connect with people as well. All of our moderators allow and encourage everybody to connect in the same way we do here. Me Too Times, Elevate Me to You in the chat here. They give us a lot of help with our YouTube channel more than anything else, but they do other social media on the channel, I've come to know as well from going through a couple of videos here. So I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist. This is a great video. I'm assuming you're doing the same thing that I would suggest to everybody. But yeah, some of the things that people will say, trolls and this and that, are just horrifying. Nobody ever wants them said on their channel or in their live streams and things like that. But you can block certain words from being put out, and you can use other chatbots like Nightbot and things like that if you want to. They do some video gameplay over here as well, as we can see. Some of the shorts have done well, 5,000, almost 6,000, and 13,000 on one of them, and then live streams as well. So they're doing more gameplay here and a few different things. So hopefully everybody will connect with Me Too Times Elevate Me to You. They're working on 750 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and then they'll be thinking about 800 soon enough. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Jessie Journals and Unboxes. What a long wait today. She's got a video coming up on Sunday. She premieres every single Sunday. And she's unboxed over the last 5 years that I've known her as many things as anybody can. She gets into crafting supplies. She does a lot of journaling and makes collages and collaborates with other people. And in past videos, she's unboxed all kinds of things like bath and beauty products and a lot of Happy Mail. She does hauls from places like Temu. And she features a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos in her shorts on the channel. And you see that she's posting these even more frequently lately. And some of these have done really well. A lot of the washi tape is doing well right now because she's doing quite an abundant amount of it, getting into 2,000 views, 2,300 on another short. But you see jewelry in here, snacks, stationery, all sorts of different things. And then Jessie Journals and Unboxes goes live occasionally, but this is the kind of creator who can go live whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of support in her chat because of how much she does for other people. I probably run into her almost daily supporting other creators as well. Jessie Journals and Unboxes is somebody who has somehow managed to have her support for all of us increase over the years, and that's a really tough thing. I've talked about it a few times today, the idea that it gets harder as we follow more and more creators. And then Jessie Journals and Unboxes. This is the first time I think in a long time that you've come up so close to the end of the stream, but Memories and Must-Haves takes the best for last position for today. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Memories and Must-Haves is up here. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but Keto After 40 is the idea, and it looks like they've got a personal story to share with us, and then they're going to talk about simple keto strategies that'll actually work long-term, practical meal ideas, real talk about energy, health, and age-related concerns, and then proof it's never too late to transform your health. So something that somebody like me needs to take inspiration from. And then Memories and Must-Haves, working on 200 subscribers, so I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel. That comes through watching content, hanging out in premieres and live streams and things like that. So I've got another video on my catch-up list that will give me a chance to catch up and get another piece of content watched. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know you can't be here for 3 hours every time you're here, and I know you can't be here every 3 days. That goes for everybody. I certainly don't expect it, but I do appreciate every moment everybody spends, including those who run the stream in the background or just pop in to say hello and come by as often as they can. I hope everybody here will connect with all of our moderators if you haven't already. I mention them often, but I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. So I hope everybody will connect with all of them. They more so than I could probably mention care about the YouTube journey, their fellow YouTubers, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, and their own communities. I'm gonna play the exit screen for 3 minutes so everybody can clean up their connections here, but we'll go over to Michael's Adventures premiere. We know Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is on as well. He'll still be on after Michael's Adventures premiere ends, and I'll be over there with everyone as well. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.